Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into the fascinating world of World Rugby Rankings, just ahead of some major upcoming tournaments. We'll be sifting through the latest insights, how the Springboks and All Blacks are leading the charge, and what all of this means for the crucial 2027 Rugby World Cup. It's a really in-depth look, packed with nuggets that'll get you geared up. And hey, before we go any further, if you love rugby talk like this, make sure you hit subscribe for Rugby Obsession wherever you get your deep dives. You really won't want to miss what's coming next.
Absolutely. It's a really interesting time in the rugby calendar. These rankings, they're not just numbers on a page, are they? They're a direct indicator, sort of a real-time pulse check on who holds the advantage. It influences everything, looking towards that next World Cup. And today, we're drawing heavily from that article published August 9th, 2025, World Rankings, Springboks and All Blacks on top, pre-Rugby Championship. Gives us a great snapshot.
Okay, brilliant. Let's unpack this then. Let's get right into the core of it, the top of the pile. So, as of that date, August 9th, the article clearly lays it out. Springboks and All Blacks leading the way. South Africa's number one, 92.78 points. New Zealand right behind, 92.06. I mean, that is dominant, but the gap is tiny, isn't it? What does that sliver of difference actually tell us?
Well, what's really fascinating, like you say, isn't just that they're on top, but how incredibly tight it is. Less than a point. It just screams intense rivalry, doesn't it? Almost unprecedented at the very, very peak. We're not talking about one team having a massive psychological edge here. Every single game counts, every bonus point, every try against the top side. Yeah. It all feeds into this constant battle for number one. It reflects just elite performance over time, built on their unique rugby cultures and strategies.
And right behind them, it's not exactly quiet, is it? Ireland's third, 89.83 points, then France, 87.82, and England close behind, 87.64. That top five looks like a real dogfight. What's this tight bunch suggest about, say, the Northern Hemisphere challenge to those Southern giants?
Precisely. It's not just a two-horse race. This shows a really strong Northern Hemisphere presence right now. You've got Ireland's, very structured game, France's attacking flair, always exciting, and England's traditional forward power. They're all genuine threats. The margins are so slim that, any mistake by South Africa or New Zealand against one of these teams could really shake things up immediately. For teams like Ireland or France, beating a Springbok or All Black side isn't just another win. It's a huge statement. A boost validates their whole approach.
Okay, so if that's the absolute top tier, what about the other big names? Australia, Argentina, historically huge forces. Australia's sixth now, 82.08 points. Argentina's seventh, basically level, 82.05. We're quite a way off that top five, despite being, major players. What's the big hurdle for them getting back into that elite group, especially with the Rugby Championship just around the corner?
Yeah, that's a key question. Look, for Australia and Argentina, the gap isn't insurmountable, but it demands consistency. Big wins, consistently. Both teams show flashes, definitely. But maybe not that relentless week-in, week-out performance you see from the top five. The Rugby Championship this year, it's massive for them. A golden chance. Think about it. A win against South Africa or New Zealand isn't just 4 or 5 points in the comp table. It gives them a significant rankings boost. Because the weighting system, beat the best, get rewarded more. A bonus point win could be absolutely huge for their ranking points, potentially shifting their trajectory towards 27. It's the clearest path back to that top bracket.
Right, so every single match in the Rugby Championship suddenly feels even bigger. It's not just about lifting that trophy. It's all about setting yourself up for the World Cup. The ripple effects, the drama, it just ramps up knowing that context.
And connecting that to the bigger picture, these rankings, more critical than ever. Because they're going to directly determine the seedings for the 2027 Rugby World Cup draw. That's happening after the November internationals later this year. Get a higher seeding, you theoretically get an easier pool. Avoid those infamous pools of death. It's massive for planning a campaign.
Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Australia 2027 is expanding. 24 teams now, up 4 from last time. That's a huge deal for the global game, isn't it? More nations getting a shot. And the format's changing too. 6 pools of 4, plus a new round of 16 before the quarters. More knockout rugby. Sounds brilliant for us fans.
Oh, it's a definite game changer, the expansion. It broadens the World Cup's reach, brings in new stories, new fans, makes it feel even more global. For many countries, just qualifying is, it's the absolute pinnacle. And the new format, 6 pools, round of 16, that changes the strategy quite a bit. Teams might need to think differently about pool games. Bonus points become crucial, maybe managing players, knowing there's an extra knockout match. It definitely ups the pressure cooker feel.
So that brings up a question for teams like Australia and Argentina, again, sitting there in 6th and 7th. How can they really use the Rugby Championship to climb up and get better seeding for this bigger World Cup? We talked about beating top teams, but are some wins better than others?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The World Rugby system isn't just win-loss. It's weighted. It's about who you beat and by how much and even where you beat them. Beating a much higher-ranked team, especially away from home, that gives you a lot more points than beating a lower-ranked team at home. So for Australia and Argentina, a big win against the Springboks or All Blacks, not just squeaking by but a convincing victory, that gives them a serious points jump. Even getting a losing bonus point against those top two could stop them sliding further. So the way you perform, even in defeat sometimes, matters strategically for those World Cup seedings.
That's fascinating. It really does turn every scrum, every line out, every kick into a potential strategic move with implications for 2027. Wow. Okay, shifting focus slightly, but still crucial for 2027, the World Rugby Pacific Nations Cup. That's also playing a big part in shaping the World Cup lineup. Another key pathway.
That's right. The PNC results feed directly into qualification, with 3 spots for Australia 2027 up for grabs from this year's tournament. You've got Canada, Fiji, Japan, Samoa, Tonga, and the USA battling it out. It's such a vital competition for these nations. Many of them bring that exciting, free-flowing brand of rugby. It really showcases the strength growing outside the traditional Tier 1.
It's brilliant to see them fighting for those World Cup places. The article mentions Fiji and Japan are already qualified for 2027, which is fantastic for them. Fiji's flair, Japan's speed, they've really captured attention, and qualifying early, that says a lot about their development.
Definitely. And it means the pressure is seriously on for Canada, Samoa, Tonga, and the USA in this year's PNC. These games are basically World Cup qualifiers. Samoa and Tonga, always physical, dynamic. USA and Canada constantly building their programs. Plus, the PNC is a great chance for all these teams to climb the rankings. Like we said, that matters for seeding too. Fiji's actually the top-ranked team in the PNC, 9th overall in the world, which is impressive. Then you have Samoa 13th, Japan 14th, USA 16th, Tonga 19th. Shows real depth there.
It just hammers home how every single international counts, doesn't it? Whether it's direct qualification or just improving your ranking for the draw, makes you think about the pressure on those players. Every tackle could shape their nation's World Cup dream. We're really only scratching the surface here. If you're enjoying this kind of analysis, please do subscribe to Rugby Obsession. It really helps us keep bringing you these deep dives.
Yeah, and just to give a slightly fuller picture, while the full top 20 list is there for people to see, maybe we can pick out a few other interesting spots. Like Scotland at 8th. They're always knocking on the door of that top group, aren't they?
Yeah.
Showing real tactical smarts. And then you see Italy at 10th. That's a testament to their long-term effort really paying off. And seeing Georgia at 11th, teams like Spain, Portugal, Chile in the top 20.
Yeah.
It just underlines that global growth we talked about, the talent spreading.
What really stands out to you looking at that wider list? For me, it's just the depth across the board now. It makes things so unpredictable and exciting. Sets up some potentially amazing clashes coming up. It's not just about the top few anymore. There's genuine competition right down the list.
I agree. I think the tightness in that middle group, say, from 8th down to maybe 15th or 16th, is striking. A couple of good results, maybe a favorable run of fixtures, and you could see some big jumps there. And seeing teams like Uruguay and Chile consistently in the mix, climbing, it shows the ambition and growing professionalism in nations maybe not traditionally seen as rugby powers. It suggests that come 2027, especially with 24 teams, we might see some real surprises from outside the usual suspects.
So wrapping this up, what does it all mean for you, the listener, the rugby fan? It means the next few months, the Rugby Championship, the Pacific Nations Cup, they're not just standalone tournaments. They're absolutely critical for setting the stage for 2027. The stakes are just incredibly high. Every game could literally redraw the map for the World Cup draw. The drama's only just starting.
Exactly. Knowing how these rankings feed into the World Cup draw just adds this whole other layer of intrigue, doesn't it? Makes you watch every kick, every tackle, every try a bit differently. You start thinking about the long-term impact, not just the final score on the day. Every point matters for that World Cup dream.
We genuinely love to hear what you think about all this. Do you see the Springboks and All Blacks staying locked at the top through the next block of games? Which team do you reckon will make the biggest jump up the rankings before that crucial World Cup draw? Let us know in the comments or wherever you engage with us. And just one final reminder before we go, please subscribe to Rugby Obsession. Make sure you don't miss any of our future deep dives into this amazing sport. Thank you so much for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. We'll look forward to listening to our next episode.